Hello YouTube. So it is the end of 2016 and it's time for a little bit more of a camera angle, but it is time for the last vlog of the year. It's been a really good year actually for me and for vaping in general, really, I think. For me, anyway. Vaping in general, maybe not so good with the TPD, the FDA regulations, etc., etc. But hey, look, we've got to the end of 2016, and things have come on a long way. I was looking back through my videos, and I've done over 70 videos this year. And last year on New Year's Eve, I posted two videos. One was the Smock TFV8 tank, and the other one was the Bellis RTA. Just think how far we've come since there, or how far I've come since there in terms of devices. So I suppose really what I wanted to do is just say first off thank you for all of my subscribers. You've been great. It's been really great seeing all your comments, people coming along for the journey with me. Talk about a few things which are coming up in the new year in terms of reviews which I've got, and a little bit of a rundown of what I've used this year which I really enjoyed using. So let's cover off reviews to come. I've got the Underdog, which requires a review. Sorry, I'm getting a little warning coming up on my screen. There we go. The Underdog, which requires a review. I've just topped this in the last couple of days with a beautiful Kennedy 2-post 24 Trickster, and that has a Comp Life drip tip on the top, so it's all copper and it is beautiful. So that is in the review queue. I've got this which arrived very recently as well. It's like a Magpie polishing jig, which I will have a look at with you a little bit later on down the line, but it's fairly self-explanatory. So there's that. So those are the two main reviews that I wanted to do. I've been thinking about doing some more juice reviews as well, if anyone's interested in that. But yeah, so in terms of this year, what have I really enjoyed? So as I said, I started off with the Bellis and the TFV4 at the beginning of the end of last year. So in terms of the things that I've really enjoyed this year, first off, I know it's not the most popular device in the world, but it's going to have to be the K-Box 200. This came out earlier on in this year, and it was a really good little daily banger. It was a great little device, very handy. I haven't used it now in some time, but it was, and still is, a really good hard workhorse little mod. It's got a little bit ruined on the inside. The silicon can only protect it so much, as you can see, but I use my mods. I use them quite hard. This was fantastic. Really enjoyed using that. What else was there? We had the much more refined device, the Halcyon DNA 200 Squonker, which I enjoyed for some time actually. Really enjoying that. That was with the Kennedy, not Kennedy, the Velocity V2. I wonder if this is any good. I haven't used this for a couple of months actually, so I bet this is going to be horrible. It's a bit weak, isn't it? Maybe time to get that back out again though. I really enjoyed that device. It stayed with me for quite some time, using that quite a lot. And then I suppose there were various other devices which I got, so various other clone devices, various other authentic devices. But the next thing that really sort of came onto my radar was the and what I really loved was the Therian. So the DNA 75 Therian. Got this straight out of the gate when it was released, and it's fantastic. I love it. Was a little bit disappointed that they came out with the 166 version so soon after, and the bottom feed, the Squonker. But look, do you know what? It has been a fantastic little regulated device, and it is pretty much is my go-to regulated mod now. Have to turn it on though. It's got the Goon on, which I obviously did a review on yesterday. Lovely device. DNA 75 gets a bit bad press, and to be fair, I haven't particularly enjoyed any of the other DNA 75s that I've used with a single 18650, but with your dual 18650s in there, then you get a decent shelf life on this. There are a few notable tanks. So the Griffin, which I absolutely loved, and the Limitless. So the Limitless drip tank, which was fantastic. I used that for a long time in 2016. Really good tank. I haven't used it quite so much recently actually, because I've just been purely using mechs, but a fantastic little device. I wouldn't necessarily go as far as a game changer, but for me this got me really back into sort of, you know, a tank sort of situation. And obviously the Griffin, the original Griffin, which was, you know, it was one of, when I got it, it was that massive velocity style deck. It was that really good, you know, rebuildable tank, which we all loved. The Sub-Zero, so the 22mm Sub-Zero. Unfortunately, not using this quite as much now that everyone seems to be moving to 24mm and 25mm mods. But yeah, absolutely, that has got to have the honourable mention. Then moving on to atomizers, I suppose. So what have been my favourites? So this is too soon to tell really, although I am really enjoying the Goon LP. Again, need to turn it on. The star of the show this year for me has been the Goon. So the Goon 24mm. Got this in stainless. It's a fantastic little vape. Brilliant deck, brilliant airflow. It's just everything that I really want in a dripper. It's spot on, and I've been using that ever since I got it. It hasn't been retired at all. The other drippers that I've been using religiously is the recoil. So I got this again as soon as this one was released, and this has been, you know, an absolutely storming RDA. Love it, love the airflow, love the flavour you get out of it, love the build quality. Really quite strangely pleased that I got number 1000, which is kind of cool. And then my Kennedys. So this is obviously not my only Kennedy. I have the Kennedy on my AV as well, my brass Kennedy Trickster. But I suppose it wouldn't be a full look at what I've been vaping over the last sort of 12 months if I didn't look at what I've been vaping over the last sort of 3, and those are probably the most exciting for me at the moment. So I've been really going for a big mech hit recently. So I got the Rogue Force and Rogue. This is a clone, but this was fantastic and it's been brilliant. Really nice hard hitting mod, beautiful in copper, great build deck. Really pleased with the way that this performs. The Underdog, which is an absolutely fantastic authentic device, 70 quid well spent, I think, and it looks fantastic with all the copper. Yeah, and last but not least, I think I've given this a beautiful New Year's polish. So if you can see that, but that is my AV clone with the brass Kennedy Trickster on top. And hopefully you'll agree that that looks absolutely brilliant. I'm really proud of the patinaing that I got on this sleeve as well. This is another one that I haven't shown you already, but that came out an absolute dream as far as I'm concerned. In other news, in terms of other things, so I've been really impressed with Flatwire. So I've been using the Flat 60, and I've also recently had a delivery of the Flatwire Stainless, which is really good. It's one of those wires which is just incredibly easy to build with. It works a treat and does a great job. Cotton bacon has been my cotton of choice this year. However, as you may or may not know, having watched the video yesterday on Lagoon, I've just tried some Texas Tough, and I think this might be a good replacement for the cotton bacon. I vape fairly hot, and it seems to be holding up to it in the mech. So this is built at a point, what was it? I think it was a 0.07, 0.08. Obviously good batteries in here, but the cotton seems to be holding up absolutely fantastically. Juice. So juice wise, again, been all sorts of different things. I've tried lots of different juices at the expos. And I managed to show you a few of those. Recently, I've been really enjoying the Buddha Brew line. That is a local manufacturer, a guy who makes it down in Buckinghamshire or Slough, I think it is, and that's fantastic juice. I've had the Avid Shakes, which is great. The Mr. Meringue, again, really good. Obviously, still been on the Zeus juice, which is something which I think will probably never go away out of my vaping setup, which is just a palate cleanser for me. It's a really nice, nice juice that I use all the time. And then that favourite of well, what seems to be a favourite of everybody at the moment, the Dinner Lady. So I haven't got any more of it left, I don't think. No. So the Dinner Lady lemon tart, which has been the inspiration for a lot of things, I think, in terms of juices. People really enjoying that citrus bakery sort of flavour, and that's been a fantastically popular juice this year. And obviously they sponsored the expo this year, the most recent Vapor Expo. So everyone was exposed to a bit of Dinner Lady love. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. There've been a lot of concerns about battery safety recently, so obviously make sure you've got your little battery sleeves or battery cases for everything, and I hope that you have a really happy and safe New Year's. Everyone enjoys themselves, has a good vape and a good drink. I will be, and I will, as I said, have some more reviews for you in the new year. hopefully some coils as well. So I don't want to spoil any surprises, but we're going to have some custom made coils coming on as well, and we'll talk you through those when they arrive. But yeah, look, thank you very much. I've waffled on for long enough. Thank you for all of your support. Thank you for all of the views and the comments. It's been overwhelmingly positive. Some people obviously decide they want to be trolls and they want to say things which are, unnecessary. I don't really care for it. So, you know who you are. Just don't bother. I couldn't care less. But for all of you that are very supportive, thank you so much for all of your help, advice, support over the last 12 months, and I look forward to sharing some more stuff with you in the new year. But thank you very much indeed, and I am now going to go and have a few drinks. I'm going to have a few vapes, and I will see you in 2017. That is so good.